I made this recording at a show I was just at. A pumpkin showed up. The app knew what I was going to pick in my ad already. It knew it. This was a different one, but I said cake. It was a diamond cake. It's so intuitive. Play what's in the box game, hands free. Our rating was as high as 4.2. Now it's 3.88. We have over 5,000 downloads. Reveal what's in the box, play and share. Brain and heart coherence meditation. It's free, but you gotta subscribe to play and learn. This is what showed up in this guy last time. Make peaceful contact now.
See how excited they are for me? For all of us.
This right there.
That was really bright. That's not illuminating like a normal orchid.
It's moving, it's going in, it's moving left and right.
Yeah.
It's slowing down.
Yeah. That is 100% something wrong.
That's ET for sure. Thank you. It's no problem.
And actually, I don't normally even see them that bright. That's why I'm like, holy cow, that's sort of awesome.
Hang out with me, let's see.
No, and I have thousands of them.
The world's first hands-free facial recognition meditation games. On Apple, soon. On Android now.
Hello, my name is Luke Dershler from UFO in the Know. I'm here with our previous guest, Robert Florio, who's been on the channel before. Now he has something new that he's been working on that he'd like to show off. It's called Kai Chi Masters. It's a app that is on Android that is developed to hone your psychic intuition, I would say. Is that right? Did I describe that right? So it is entirely hands-free. Robert, as I've mentioned him previously before, he had a spinal injury and is without use of his arms and legs, but he has developed an app that he can control with his eyes entirely, which he's showing me how to do it and run through it, and it felt a little awkward at first, but trust me, you get used to it once you do it for a little bit. And with that, I could keep going on about Robert. He's a multi-talented artist, comedian. What else? I'm a P5 practitioner, advanced C5 practitioner, training regularly under Stephen Greer, right? So, with that, I'll let Robert get into it, talk about his app, talk about what's been going on in his life, and it's up to you.
Hey everybody, good to see you. Thanks Luke. It's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
Is your side recording okay? You can see all of you and me?
Yeah, I have his own style, half and half. I'm on half of the other thing.
Okay, cool.
I think it went pretty.
Okay. Yeah, that was a good introduction. I think, in today's world, we're facing this really interesting challenge. You mentioned that I had a spinal cord injury, and in the app and how you and I met. I met you through just wanting to know more about ET and CE5 and content.
I've going on a long time ago. I think
Yeah.
we did see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I remember. Go. Yeah, it's pretty good. So I had the wind knowledge at home, so it kind of like go and go for me. It's rare for you. So it go for me to when I do get time in the outlet friends. I enjoy it.
Good. I enjoy your company. It's awesome.
Me too.
So yeah, I mean the app is hands free, and the reason that we're talking about it right now is because it was in development for 3 years, and I self funded it.
So you can understand the challenges of an artist budget. You know, how the hell did I do that? Like, I literally saved up everything I could, and I didn't spend, I didn't go on vacations. I didn't spend extra caregivers that I needed, medicine that I would need, treatments. And for many, many years, I just believed I had this mission or this calling, and I'm trained in video game art and design from the Art Institute online. Like, that's a big deal, right? And I always wondered, what would I do with this? You know, it's hard to go out and find a job. Um, my neck pain just started getting worse and worse. And with spinal cord injuries, things, you don't really know what's happening to you. So you'll get like a headache, and your body tells you that way. Um, and I made contact, you know, when I was a really little kid at first. So I started looking into what that means. And I was like, you know, I gotta do something with this. And it was my mission in life to help people. I started realizing that all the phenomenon around consciousness is centered in this quantum physics realm of awareness. And yeah, you know, Luke, you know how everyone says that the Incredible Hulk gets his power from his anger? That's such bullshit. Sorry, but that's bullshit. It might drive you to want to find something to do, that you're angry and you want to do something about it. But true energy comes from the heart. Like, that's the sustainable energy, you know? So you look at the world, like he is the perfect example of why the world's kind of crazy. You know, the energy, the group, you know, he turns, you know, even though he turns green, which energy of the heart. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I thought maybe he would turn purple, which is higher consciousness thinking. He's a little dumb too.
Hey, Rook. Down in here to take it over.
And sometimes he's gonna smash everything and go on a smashing spree. He doesn't have it under control, you know. So you know that balance that massive Hulk had to create, like when Bruce Banner finally gets a handle of it, like, oh my god, like, you start controlling that power, and that's how he does it with his heart. Like, he finds a balance of centerness and overrides it. It's like it's not one side over the other. So that's actually, I've learned the universe actually works. It's balanced. It's that yin and yang, you know. So now, if you are somebody who's into meditation and you really want to know more about yourself, you want to go within, you want a unique experience. It's a very casual game that I designed in the app, and even if you're interested in like UFO in the know, with, you know, Luke Dircher, he's a good one to know. He's got a in the right space, and uh, it really, the app is a master class. You know, if you think about it, like, it really is. It it's $7.99 a month, but that gives you everything. Like, yeah, that's it right there. I'll share it in a minute. I'll show you. Like, I'll show it to you. Yeah. So it has. Can you show them that again? That's what's in the box. You can learn how to see what's in the box, and it records your prediction, and you can share that prediction online with friends. So it allows you to track your progress, and it's fun to do in like a group setting, or if you're just like, you know, you want to get really good at honing in your intuition, which is a skill that most humans do not have. Like these, if you lost your keys, if you're worried your loved ones gone missing, even like healing the sick or diagnosing things, like it that making contact with ET actually starts with remote viewing, because they don't really come into 3D in front of you as much as you'd think they would. It's mostly contact in dream states, or, you know, you can close your eyes. And if you do the app and you play it
every day, it actually gives you the introductions behind the science behind consciousness and why you're doing this, what you're doing, why you're doing it. So it breaks it down. It creates this model in your head that you use every day, and that model creates this like bridge that you can easily, with like the neurons in your brain, you can easily find that belief of possibility. That and it's unique, and there's nothing else like it on the market either. Being hands free, facial recognition, um, meditation games. It really is very. We couldn't find anything else like it, and I'm moving slow but steadily, and it's kind of like I'm learning a lot. So thanks for having me. I think you've had a chance to play it, and yeah. So how active were you able to like get through the game? And yeah, you were just guessing. So I had two friends. One of them's also a comedian, and he doesn't do this kind of stuff, but I convinced him, to start using the app. And on one of his first or second attempts, he got like 90% accuracy of what was in that box when it was revealed. He said something red, maybe an apple or circle shape. It was a red tomato. Like, now imagine if you had a tool like that and it was coaching you through, you know, doing this, and not just doing that, but heart and brain coherence meditation beforehand. And you did that in the morning, you did that at night before you went to sleep. Because that time of day, your subconscious is wide open. Like there's no analytical mind. You're just like, you're in that magic hour. And if you keep doing that over and over and over, it really isn't a course in a 6 to 8 week process that I encourage people to stick with it. In that, on average, that is Alexa, music off. On average, it's about 6 to 8 weeks that serious transformation happens with people. And then, you look in the Bible and you'll realize that's exactly the time frame that Jesus gave when he went out into the desert. It was that 6 week, 8 week time frame, I believe. And science is actually, I follow a lot of Dr. Joe Dispenza, and a lot of my teachings are in this app. Like it's very influenced by him because he had a spinal cord injury, and I've been able to like heal my pain with just thought alone. Getting like sensation back a little bit, not like a whole lot, but and so it's all tied in, and it's a lot of fun to do this thing, to play this. I think you'd be surprised.
Need to sit with the whole 6 to 8 week meditation course, but I just haven't opened it another once in a while just to try it.
Yeah, if you read it, if you listen to it, the introduction, like every day, it will instill in you. It will imprint that bridge into you. And then once you hear that, and now you've memorized what's going to happen, and then you do the meditation, and you do the what's in the box every day. You'll get used to the rhythm, and you'll anticipate everything. And a nice feature, I don't know if you noticed this or not, is I call it eye guardian, where if your eyes are open in the middle of the meditation, it will say, please close your eyes, which is huge. Like I don't know any even the big name meditation apps don't use that feature.
That is, I mean, just I'm a software engineer. So that's my background, and I just so trying to build in something that's going to recognize people I hear when it sounds really difficult. It sounds really like high level AI. So I can see that it could take a while to get it better than higher.
Yeah, the R&D on this was, um, I had a budget, and I was like, I woke up one day and I told myself, I said, if I'm not going to believe in myself, who's going to believe in me? Like I have family members, they believe, but no one believes in you as much as you do. And that's sometimes it is the truth. And I just said, put my money where my mouth is. All this bullshit that if people are saying it is, if it is what it is, then I'm just going to, it's not what it is. I'm just going to keep creating my life. And that's so hard for people.
Mm.
You know how incredibly hard it is to just to wake up in the morning and you can't feel anything, can't move anything, and like everyone's got to do everything for you, even scratch your face. Like I can move my left hand a little bit, but you see, look, I don't have the dexterity to bring the water bottle down, so I can actually.
Yeah,
You know,
that would take a toll of this on me, honestly, because
and you have two kids, right, and a family that would be dependent on you. So that's what I'm trying to get at here is that I think people are coming to the app. A big reason is because of like what I'm doing. Like I think, um, marketing is really expensive, so I'm trying to just reach out to the people who are in this space and want to learn more and do more. And I think they're really gonna be like open their eyes to see something um, that the world needed, and I think that's a big deal. Um, it's only going to evolve as everyone uses it and starts helping me with the finances, with the subscriptions. Um, but I would not think of it as like a one-off, quick, casual thing that you can just, a game in the app store that you're going to pay $2 for, and then they would never use it again. This is like this is a master class. It's not marketed as a master class, but I'm still learning, learning how to get it out to people. Yeah. I mean, you liked it. I'm happy you liked it.
no, I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really innovative. I never think about anything like it when you said so. To me, it was like wow, and the eye tracking and the kind of anxiety getting to me. As if I maybe I don't do it enough and I don't spend enough time meditating. That's a kind of difficult sometimes in my house, but yeah, I might get them into maybe I should really get into this. Like it's a master class and maybe get more serious. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, I would. I appreciate you saying that, and I kept. That's exactly why I made it like a fast pace, kind of like a game where if you listened to the introduction, I think it's like 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Then the following meditation for heart and brain is only like 4 minutes, maybe not even five, maybe 5 or 6 minutes. And then you listen to the meditation for the what's in the box. That's another 3 or 4 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're talking about 15 minutes of your day.
Mhm.
And honestly, you probably do this already the first thing when you wake up in the morning. You probably sit there and look at your phone. You might be, checking your emails and write your Facebook or, all this stuff that you don't need to be doing that's corrupting your brain and programming you to be the neurotic that you don't want to be. All these things that have no value in your life. Like even if someone had an important post on Facebook, most likely it's going to be like Facebook's just going to show you first thing in the morning, like, you know, something that's going to like, you're like, oh, I didn't need to see that.
You also see you react. So something makes you angry, you react.
So that's 15 minutes that you're spending every night before when you first wake up and when you last go to bed. You are already programming yourself to habits that you don't enjoy, and you're like, well, why isn't my life changing? Because those are the most crucial times of the day to be programmed, and advertisers know this. So it's like if you're playing an interactive, fun game, and I think as it evolves, it will have some it'll have like a like a streak tracker, or it'll have you can change the length of the meditation if it's too quick. But here's a quick tip: if the meditations are too quick, if you're using the eye blink technology, you can also turn it off and just tap the screen. But if you're using the eye blink technology and the meditation is too fast, just open your eyes and it will rewind back to the previous sentence.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. That's pretty slick.
And then when you close it again, it repeats what you heard. Now, if you did this for, just a week or two, even just 5 days, 5 out of 7 days, at least once a day during that magic hour, preferably, you've already created a habit. Your brain and your body some part of you will be missing it and be thinking, oh, I got to get back there. I liked that. That was a good feeling. So it takes time to reprogram even new things.
Mhm.
But the brain actually enjoys new experiences, believe it or not.
Yeah.
It really, that's what it seeks out. It's always seeking out new experiences.
Right.
And this is a good one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What do you like? I mean, maybe is it like a shirt? Does it like a running through it? So you can just see what you got your money.
Yep. Yeah.
Pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah, we'll get into how this is connected to the ET stuff. Let's do a quick demo.
sure.
Yeah, while you're waiting, I am a comedian, so I'm doing a show on July 6th. I think. Yeah, at the Goobies. We're gonna do like a contest. Got this amazing funny song. It's called Space Blazer.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Can you see it?
See.
So I already did the calibration. The first thing it does is calibrates to your eyes. Sometimes you have to change the lighting sources and then keep it still. I have mine mounted on my robot arm. Yes, I said robot arm.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Canova. So here, look, I'll close my right eye. It goes to the right. Close my left eye. You have to time it just when it fills up. The circle fills up,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
So go back to the left. Yeah, you gently close your eyes for a certain time. Now, if I hold both eyes closed and open them when it turns blue, it actually will select this first thing. Watch.
Hello, and welcome to this introduction. Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. This introduction is designed to briefly explain what you're doing and why you're doing it, so the how to do it becomes a lot easier. After this introduction, a meditation will begin, and you will be able to recall these principles. Simply stated, a clear intention, married with an elevated emotion, like gratitude for some future event that has not happened yet, but you feel it emotionally as if it is so real that it has already happened in the generous present moment, is when the future will start to be drawn to you.
That's powerful stuff.
Your thoughts create an electrical
Let's
signal,
get the intro.
and your emotions create a magnetic signal. The meditation is ready to begin. Make sure you are in a safe place with little to no distractions. Now, with your eyes closed, make your body as relaxed and comfortable as possible.
Now I'm going to close my eyes.
Please close your eyes.
Another thing,
Please close your eyes.
it has 5 free background musics to meditate to, and it knows your thoughts. It knows what background song you want to happen. Like if you were having a certain mood one day, and you remember the background song that you liked, there's a high chance that the random number generator will affect you by your intention. And it's the same way the box game works.
Yeah.
Real life.
Take several deep breaths, slowly in through your nose and out through your mouth. With each inhale, breathe in peace, quiet, patience, and gratitude. And feel elevated emotions as you breathe life in through your heart and into your body. Fill your heart with love and trust that it is safe to create. With each exhale, feel all your worries and stresses and pain leaving your body and surrender them into the quantum field of the unknown infinite potential possibilities. Please close your eyes.
See, I opened them up. Yeah, and then I'll skip this.
Hello and welcome to the What's in the Box meditation. You will now activate your Ka-Chi, cosmic energy. When you close your eyes, the meditation will begin. Opening your eyes will pause the meditation, only to begin when you close them again. When the meditation is finished, you can choose to continue in the present moment, listening to the music, until you are ready. You will then be allowed to open your eyes, and a recording will begin to record yourself to share online with your friends. With as much detail as possible, please tell us what you saw in your vision and how you felt when the vision came to you to see what's in the box. Please remember to tag the name of this game so we can all see your amazing new abilities and help the community grow. With practice, you will be able to instantly know, with your eyes open or closed, what's in the box and become a Ka-Chi master. Now, close your eyes at this time. Test your mic. Gently begin to breathe.
Just your mic.
Inhale slowly through.
I like
Please close your eyes. Test your mic. Gently begin to breathe. Inhale slowly through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth, feeling your body and your mind completely relaxing. Gently set the intention of what is in the box before you. Only the box within the screen of the application, not what you might see on the screen of your device in the past or future. This is very important. Now, do not concern yourself with any vision or images you might see in the darkness. Do not try to guess, force, or make up what you might see. Be brutally honest with yourself. Please close your eyes.
So I just skipped to the reveal. Now, I programmed it so that, now that was the instructions. It goes a little bit longer to teach you how to do this. I programmed it so that it's on your pace. Like, if you get to this and you've memorized that meditation already, you can skip it and come right here and meditate. And when you're ready, you'll hit reveal. Okay, I want to demo. Let's see what happens. I'm seeing like a diamond shape, maybe triangle shape. I don't know if it's yellow or green. It's like loops on one end and the other end, like spokes sticking out and looping it a little bit. Or triangle hat. I don't know. I'm seeing. Hold on.
Thank you for playing Ka-Chi Masters hands-free meditation games. Please tell me, what's in the box?
Triangle hat or something that looks like Nope, I was wrong about that one. But wait, let's see what I did get right about it. I said it had loops on the end of it that so that I was seeing the loops around the dynamite. You know, like something was tied together. Then you can save it. This is why doing it. Go ahead.
Some read and that does a book on that in there. And I rated enough to flex.
Yeah. And then you can save it.
I read the book called Tangle Lines, and I didn't rate it. He started it with proving that you can play random members in here with your mind. And you can do it from any distance for real. Art that I don't know if there's any of them any good. Probably because like you can definitely affect a random member generator with your mind. Not for
Yep. Let me try to get back. Gotta stop sharing.
Hello, and welcome to this introduction. Nikola Tesla said, if you want to understand.
All right, I gotta figure out how to get back. Hold on.
take it down.
All right. So, if you noticed, it wasn't rectangle shape. Triangle shape with a hat.
No. I just for some
But
reason
it did have
loops on the end of it.
It did have loops that were wrapped around it. That's what I was seeing. That's why doing this is so important to do it in a fun way, because then you can track yourself and see how good am I actually getting. Like, am I on the target or not? And then other people will see it, and it's really cool to see.
This is kind of related to so back in the day, early like tests that like the rating it, they would start with these cards that have all these shapes on, right? They'd have triangle or circle or something. Maybe they'll have like a suite like 4 or 5 different shapes, and they'll hold on the card, so you couldn't see it and you have to guess. And the mode, the amount of guesses you got right, that kind of relatively determine your science capabilities. So this is kind of along the same lines as that. I feel like that's how they did it back in the day. Like I thought about it, I mean, they probably told we were psychic down in the military, but we don't really know too much about it, right? We just know about the Stargate program, but beyond that, we don't know where that worked.
Well, there's a funny movie, The Men Who Stare at Goats.
Yeah, I read the book too. That's what really kind of got me excited about this. So it's like, whoa, like the government really did pay a lot of money to read these psychics, and when they had like, I developed that movie in that way. It's like they really did have like a.
They even called them Jedi.
Yeah, the debate or median high end, and the guy that was, I can't remember the name, but he just became like a hippie, and he wrote this me on how to be a new. He called it like a New Earth Army, and it was a meal that showed about like how to subdue the enemy with peaceful means, with and they would have like incense and playing like I don't know, they had seekers like the New Earth Army soldier was supposed to be like a peace warrior or something, and when the army saw that, they were like, "Fuck no, we do that here." Like the we're not the war.
Yeah.
So
There's no money to be made in peace.
no, that's not what they're worried to do that. No, it's like, oh no, we don't do that here. But it's funny. there is a point that somebody did actually do that, kill stop a go from their mind or something. And well, I read that in the book, and it said the person that did that, he actually experienced the death of the goat as the goat from its perspective, and it traumatized him, and so he stopped. I think he left the army. I think maybe after that.
Wow. So that means you can also experience the life of something and bring it back to life.
Yeah, crazy.
I know. That's where you talk about the supernatural and the ET stuff. That's where that's going. That's where all of this awareness is.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like hopefully more people are becoming aware that it's sort of psychic abilities and sort of your. I mean, I would say maybe this is more of a general thing, but like your general attitudes and beliefs about yourself and your environment tend to manifest themselves some way, and that sounds a little new agey, but I think we're starting to realize that we do have our more and more powerful than people. Mm.
I always grew up. I went to church, a lot of Baptist churches, and I was always, told that you're born a sinner,
Yeah.
which is really degrading. It's kind of like
Mhm.
you don't want to offend your parent, but it's like how it's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's exhausting being a human being on planet. It's just and that motivates me every day. I think because I know that I can do these things. And the reason why I chose the What's in the Box game as like the flagship's beginning game, because the app is going to evolve into more and more mini games that are like all this like higher consciousness training.
Mhm.
And it's because I felt like that's the one that you can have the immediate evidence of the work,
Mhm.
in your life. Like, because most people are not as patient, and they don't. You think that you could create the life you want, but you're not sure if you're doing it right, and you see all these things happening around you that are bad. And you're like, well, I must be doing something right, one of these days. But psychic abilities is like, oh, you're on it, you're on target. Other people can see how powerful it is, and I mean, imagine living your life without ever having the ability to use your eyes or your nose.
Well, I mean, you know I'm better than I would if you're bossy really use your arm.
That's what I'm saying. I have lost that's one of my senses. It's horrible. It's
Yeah.
it's like it's really horrible. You just kind of like your brain wants to adapt to it, but you still need to you have to be shown that there's these higher possibilities, and to keep carrying on. All the medical problems that come with that are just they compound if you're not careful. So, but what I meant by that also was like it's ridiculous that if imagine if all human beings on Earth were were told never to use their nose or their eyes, and you and I know full right that how easy it is to use those two things.
Mhm.
We don't You don't realize how easy it actually is to see with your eyes closed, because you've never been taught to use it. It's so ridiculous. Like, like even me, I'm kind of like, as much as I do this and I can do this, even me, I'm like, oh my God, if I really was like super, super proficient at this, there's nothing you couldn't know.
Right.
You know, you would not even need to like have a calculator. You would literally just be like, what's 22 times 5 to the square root of 52? And you would just remote view that answer somewhere in time and space
Well, that's
and pull it into you.
I think that's a bit easy to the young. I think they don't want
Yeah, so yeah, yeah. And that it's one of those things that higher consciousness beings, but also it's very difficult to do to get to that level. I mean, you have to be like, that's like master level on top of master level, because I'll tell you a funny story. I experimented one day. I was like, you know what? I was like, I've got these abilities. Why don't I just play the lottery?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Mm.
And that I quickly realized how lower frequency that desire was. And I was seeing the numbers, but greed and anxiety and fear and timing was all kicking in. And I couldn't, I tried it for a week, and I made $4 on a Mega $1 Million bill. I got the Powerball, and I got one of the other numbers right.
Mhm.
So then I was like, well, let me try. It'd be easier if I just did pick 3, right?
Mhm.
So I was like, let me do pick 3. And then I was like, well, I might as well do pick 4. Maybe I should do pick 3. And no, the Mega Million, that's the one I want. I want the Mega Million. Yeah, yeah. And that kicked in, and I was like, I gotta do that. As I was so disheveled and scrambled, I saw the numbers, but I didn't know where they belonged and what order they were. If 29 was a 2 and a 9 separated, or 29 together, you know.
Maybe
So
what would you call like a service to self intention, right? You're not thinking about service to others. You're thinking about just such selfish intention.
yeah. So the government's got nothing to worry about, and people who do this are very select. I mean, it's growing more, of course. But it's more of like a I don't know how to say it. It's yeah. But I think people understand what I'm trying to say. It's self development, and for quadriplegics who can't use their arms and hands, being able to see without seeing is huge.
Yeah.
Because, like, worry about, for example, if like my foot was, in a bad spot and I didn't know, or something's chewing on my foot, I would get a headache for sure. But but if I'm turned on my side and I don't know what's happening behind me, I can't like get up and look. I can't just get up and move to see it. If I was like, what's going on over there? Oh, I know exactly what's going on over there. I don't have to see it. Um, and it gets to the point where if you're in the dark, and you can't see, you're literally in the dark somewhere. Um, you can see, you still see. Like you don't have to worry about um it being too dark out. Um, but yeah, I'm happy that you like it. It's really something to experience, right?
I'm into this. I'm into like I read that Dean Rand in the book, and uh, I was reading another book. I'm trying to think of the subject scientist that said that our cognition, basically said our consciousness is like a field, and our brain is like a receptor of the field. It's like your consciousness isn't really arrived in your brains. It's somewhere else, and it's all a field that we share. And then your brain is like a receptor, like radio to this field, and then where you're gaining your consciousness from. And I think the that's where the society are kind of all one. They follow one people because it's that, and how the many of them have the mechanism of service to sell kind of actions and intentions don't work as well when, because you're not aligned with the field, but when you're thinking about service to others and thinking about others, that when you're more plugged into this, at least that's my rough theory.
Yeah, that's true. No, something when I make contact with other beings, like um, that's how most of them come true with consciousness. Somehow they've figured out how to like tap into what you're thinking and show up. It was funny because we were watching the movie you and another buddy, we were watching at my house a few weeks ago, that movie Disclosure Day, and immediately right when we started the movie, like the second we turned the movie on, these two white orbs, huge white orbs, craft, they were ships, appeared in the sky and started floating in one direction. And it was like,
I was quite shocked about. It really was zipping around like a, I don't know, like a fairy zipping around in the sky. It was pretty cool. And I was,
did you see the white? It was a big white. It was. I think I put it on Instagram or Facebook.
yeah,
There's a.
I think I saw.
It's going in a straight line, but it's zigzagging, like it's shaking.
Mhm.
They wobble when they move, like it for some reason.
Yeah,
And yeah, that was pretty cool.
yeah,
I had one intentional dream the other night. I was like, I just felt like I needed a vacation. I needed a break from all this, and um, I was trying to reach out to them. And that night, I dreamt that I was on board a ship, looking out a window in space, going up from the Earth, and I was quickly realized it wasn't a dream. It was an intentional for me to experience this. I wasn't there physically, but it was like a very awakened dream. So I'm seeing this ship, this huge white craft, and it looked like a cruise liner in space, like a cruise ship. The front of it like curved around like that, like smoothly, and it had like, I don't know, 15, 20 foot tall um um uh s- levels with big ovals, windows, and I looked at the windows as I could see had palm trees. And then there was a gap after like 7 or 8 floors of like, I don't know, 100 foot, 200 foot gap, and then another set of floors at 15, 20 feet apart from each other with those oval windows. As soon as I got in the craft, I woke up in the bed on the same side I was laying. I came out of my body inside the dream, and I saw myself laying there. And then I immediately was gravitated to the door, which felt like I was in a hotel room. And the door was like, the door was square, but I was floating, and I was really huge. So I had to like ground myself to the ground. So I could move my arms. Like they let me have free movement of my whole body. And I reached through the door and I pulled myself down. I shrank down. I didn't open the door. I just went through it. It was, I hope on their ships, there's no doors. Like you would think you push the button and the door open. You just walk through the wall. It's crazy. And then I went down that hallway where the window was, and I turned left. There were other people walking around, and immediately this gray is like standing in front of me with the big eyes. When I joke around, I'm like, someone needs to like paint eyebrows on these guys because it's it's incredibly difficult. They need them. When you see them, it's like, ladies, yeah, do it. And it's beautiful. They're beautiful to look at, but it's like you immediately want to like step back a little bit, and then immediately this bare skin arm with like Caucasian skin that looked like a human arm waved in front of me, and that person went away, and I told my direction toward her. I sensed it was a woman, and I get funny still. Hang on. Um, yeah. We She was beautiful. She had no hair, bald head, slightly larger than normal, larger eyes, than normal, pointy ears, and she had like tight skin like clothing on. So I was like, cool. She was my escort. She was my friend.
Oh yeah.
So we started walking a little bit more down the hallway, and us suddenly, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden we were at like this pond with these two logs in it, and she was sitting on the edge of the edge of the pond next to me. I picked up these logs and just threw them like they were feathers. That was fun. And then I grabbed her and started making out with her.
Okay.
Crazy. Like, I mean, people, your viewers are into this kind of stuff, so it's okay to talk about it.
Oh yeah.
I think. Right.
I was gonna say,
So I made out with an extraterrestrial woman.
did you take her downtown?
No, I didn't actually. That was where I was going, and that's where I was feeling it was going.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I was like on stage, like performing like comedy song
Okay.
that I'm gonna like, and then I woke up. I was like, what in the hell was that?
That's awesome.
Like,
Yeah.
but you see how I wasn't even interested in like healing my physical body. Like you would think if I was on board their ship, the first thing I would want to do is heal my physical body. But at the time, my intentions were I need a break from this paralysis. I need to feel. I need to, I'm a man. I need to get out and get what I need to get right. And the extraterrestrial woman picked up on it, and she hooked up with me.
Right.
So bizarre. It sounds so crazy.
50th birthday of the alien. You come in his room and copulated with them, and I don't know if you heard about that case and shadowing and spread.
It wasn't good for his outcome though. He, his wife didn't enjoy that, and him telling the story, like, of course, because everyone else thinks you're crazy. Like, you must have cheated on me. You're just making it up as if it was an extraterrestrial, so you'll think I'm okay with it. No one would believe you. No one would ever believe you.
That's fine.
I was going to say,
I feel like everybody does have a lot more activity in the sky than mine, and I realized you live pretty close to the coast. Not really. I guess it's like the bay, the Chesapeake Bay. You live on the coast of them.
I live on a peninsula.
Rockfall Harbor said they tend to come out close to the oceans. They tend to be more activity the closer you get to the ocean because they feel safer over close to the ocean. Good job, I guess.
That's really interesting. You know what we should do next time we do that is use this skill and remote view their ship. I think people forget that part.
Here's your
Yeah, I think even for me, is like as much as I do this stuff, and I have a documentary on YouTube called All Stars Dream, all about this consciousness and my story. Yeah. And okay, cool. And that just came out recently. It's got a lot of my comedy and my story in it. But where I was going with that was over the ocean. That's something to think about. Yeah. But what I was going to say is you get so caught up in the excitement of seeing them that you forget that you have the ability to look in their ship and say hi to them. Mm-hmm. So I have to remind myself again, like, do that, like.
Yeah, maybe they can stand your English and they're like, oh yeah, Rome's is a cool place to go hang out. That's good.
Yeah.
Someone with this.
This dude switched on.
Yeah, he's got in tune with it a little bit. So here.
I do have to remind myself though to ask them to come when it's safe, for them.
Right.
But they seem to come anytime for me. And that's the other thing is like your doubts and your fears will stop them from actually approaching you. Yeah. They will sever the connection, and not because they want to, because they have no choice but to. Like the consciousness stream doesn't work in lower frequencies. They themselves, the craft itself, everything is like this is born in that. Like Dr. Greer says, their craft are like 3D printed born. Like they just know the frequency of what they want, and they just birth it into existence. Like it just appears. Mm-hmm. That's amazing to think about. We got to bring ourselves down to earth just a little bit because, you you get caught up in all the fantastic things that they can do, and it very quickly becomes, well, why don't you help more people?
Right.
Well, then they look at you and say, why don't you help more people?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and if you don't, because the universe doesn't respond to what you want; it responds to who you're being.
Mhm.
When you get angry, you get frustrated. You start attracting angry and frustrated things, and you're like, oh shit, it's me doing this. I'm the attractor. I'm the magnet of what I want, and then it gets a lot of fun when you become aware of it, because that 6 to 8 week window is where you'll be like, you know, that's where you'll see a shift in your life where, and it'll come in a way you couldn't have expected either. It has to.
Mhm. Well,
I had fun.
yeah,
Good to be talking to good seeing you.
got the deer app. I talked to you a little bit. I think we did ran down everything. I think I'll get all of it. So you want to talk more later? Maybe we could just do it if I can regularly. Like do it every week or something like just.
So that's the challenge I want to give everyone is download the Kachi Masters app on the Google Play Store. I know it's not on Apple yet, but I'm going through the paperwork. Apple's a little tricky. Everything's ready. It's already made for Apple. I'm just getting it on there.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking with you and I could do is we could do like a group meeting or a group call, like on I don't know what day you want to do. Like I don't know what nights are good for you. If you want to do a weekly or a bi-weekly, and then we can have that weekly challenge where we check in with each other, like how are you doing, like you know, and that camaraderie is really infectious.
Yeah.
And so even just saying, hey, how you been, how you doing, how you enjoying it, how's it coming along, because then I can give feedback to you directly, which you don't get from the app, you don't get it from me directly, which is, I was thinking about it, it's kind of like a master course or something, like you and I could like team up on, and then bring people in.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like your videos that is like humbling about you. That's like you can do with it.
And then challenge reviewers, say, hey, go download the app, and you want to show us what you're doing, just send us a clip of one of your recordings that you share, and it's really interesting. You'll see like a huge shift in life just from doing the app.
Mhm. Okay, well, I'm going to share a link in the description for the app and your documentary. And I challenge people, Robert challenge people, everybody, go out, try the app, stick with it, practice with it, see if you can develop something that integrated and they're talking about. We'd like to hear from you. If you could, you write in the comments. You could reach me at ufomno@gmail.com if you want to shoot me a message. Other than that, it was good to hear me again, Robert. But,
Thank you.
right away.
You can reach me at kachimasters.com
Oh, yeah.
or Robert Florio on Facebook,
Yeah.
Instagram. But yeah, I mean, you can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it. You can do it. That's one of my favorite things to say.
Yeah.
Become a copy master.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody, if you're tuning in for this long. Thanks, Robert. It's good to hear from you. I'm going to end
Yeah.
of the episode and have a good night. Stay safe. You can do it.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.